My name is Gonzalo De La Rocha. I'm Product Manager for SES Direct. And during today's demo, I'm going to explain to you and show how SES can help you reach your workloads and applications running in the cloud. We are going to see how we can reach the cloud using a public connection or also SES network connectivity. And we are going to see the differences between these two scenarios that they are both, of course, using our satellite link. In one case, one network is going to be a public connection. In the other case, we are going to rely on SES Direct, which is our backbone solution. We have connected that to Microsoft in US East, Washington, and we have express route connection with them in that location. These two laptops, they are running a software that we can use to recreate some amount of requests per second. Here you can see the numbers, and this is what we get when using the private connection, the private IP, hosting a small website that we have deployed in Washington, D.C., using the express route connection plus the private connection from SES. What we are simulating here is up to 1,100 requests per second. Every second, this amount of requests are trying to reach these two websites running in Microsoft. What you can see here are the results, and this is in terms of performance, latency mainly. Here you can see on average we are getting less than 100 milliseconds. The second point, which I think is more relevant here, is that when you compare this number, and it is again the same exactly setup against the public connection, you are going to see that this number is going to be way higher. It's important to mention the network experience, so the difference between the best and the worst case, and you can see here 19 percentile or 99 percentiles, which we are going to compare with the public connection. It's around less than 2,000 milliseconds or 1,100 milliseconds. In terms of failures, you can see that thanks to this robust connection, we don't have much of them. In this case, we don't have any, and we already have more than 1 million requests that we have performed during the last hours. And this is because this network is so resilient and so consistent that your experience, no matter the amount of requests that you send per second, you're going to best the best throughput and network experience, and is also as part of our service level agreement. At the same time, here we have the other solution, which is on our public connection. You can see here the public IP, you can see here as well the amount of requests per second. This is exactly the same setup. As I said before, the only difference is going to be, this is the public connection, so we are reaching to the same virtual machine, to the same website, using the same resources here, and of course using the same satellite link. But this time you can see that the network experience is not exactly the same. Before we had below 900, it was around 850 milliseconds average, and here we have something which is getting closer to 1100 milliseconds, it's going up. In terms of latency, you can see that we have something closer to 1300 milliseconds with the public connection, and we had before with SES something below 900, it was closer to 850 milliseconds. At the same time, we can see, for instance, percentiles, 90 and 99 percentiles. Here you have 1400 milliseconds and something up to 4000 milliseconds, 99 percentile, compared with the 1100 and 2000 we had before. We can see that the network experience is not the same. That is what we were expecting here, because with SES we could see that the values, they were significantly lower, and we are comparing here the 90 percentile in the public connection is around 1300, and with SES is around 1100. Again, with the public connection and the 99 percentile, we are experiencing something close to 4000 milliseconds, and with SES, the same value, it's 2000 milliseconds. With SES, we had no failures, there wasn't any of them, but here with this connection, we can see that we have up to 100 fails until now so far, and this is what we want to explain in case you want to connect some of your virtual machines or workloads running into the cloud. In summary, what you can see here is that we have prepared exactly the same lab, the same demo, with the same two machines running the same software. Using our network, SES, you can get a better network experience. Of course, that also will help in terms of other values that you can think about, security or even costs, compared with a public connection. So that is part of our value proposition.